Hello everyone. This is the cluster API provider for Bring Your Own Host office hours of date 24th August 2022. We abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct. Let's head over to the agenda. So Dharmjit will talk about the V030 version that was released recently. Over to you, Dharmjit.
Okay. So yeah, maybe you can share your screen only. Okay. So basically, this is a big release with some prominent features like a feature on security where host agent. As of now, it will not require complete provision. So we have enabled a bootstrap token kube config flow where the host agent, we will start it with kube config which only has CSR permissions, and in this flow it will request a new certificate which will have limited rights that it will use for all the communication with the API server. So that is one big improvement on security aspect for Bring Your Own Host. And another is changes on installer, where the installer, as before this, it is part of host agent, which is not very flexible and is not very scalable in case there are new platforms to support or there are new Kubernetes versions to support. So we wanted to plug that out and keep it inside the controller, so that every time we are supporting new platforms or Kubernetes versions, we don't have to release a new version of agent. So this is now part of BYH provider, and it will be one of the controllers in the controller manager deployment. And with this also, so this also make it extensible to create an external installers which can be used in combination with BYH provider. So this is again a good feature where if users want to support different Kubernetes distributions, they can write their own installers and use it along with BYH. So yes, these are two of the main features. Another is cluster class support. So CAPI is already supporting cluster class for some time now. So we also wanted to support cluster class in BYH. So this is also done in this release. And if you wanted to spin workload clusters based on cluster class, yeah, BYH has that functionality now. And we also have released the templates for cluster class. So along with the legacy templates for CAPI clusters, now we have templates for cluster class.
Okay, thank you, Dharmjit. So after this release, we found out there were like a couple of bugs. So that's where we have now planned a V031 milestone. So one of them is like in the first feature that Dharmjit explained for the bootstrap token security feature. The host agent creates a certificate signing request, and that is auto approved. We also want to have a provision of manually approving the CSRs, and that currently is a bug and is not working. So we'll be addressing that. And then we want to add an E2E test for cert rotation on the host agent. And we want to upgrade up qubit packages to the latest one, which is 0.50, and also support Kubernetes 1.24. So today, BYH supports 22, 21, 22, and 23, I guess. So we want to support Kubernetes 1.24 and add some documentation. So these are like few tasks that are planned for V031. There is no ETA yet, but hoping to release sometime in September. All right, here Vishay. I don't know when you joined, but we kind of went over what all we released in V030 and the minor bug fixes that we are planning in V031. And the next item I wanted to talk about is like going through some of the previous office hours, like we ended up canceling quite a bit. So we're wondering if, bi-weekly is too frequent and maybe we can reduce the office hours frequency to monthly. Yeah, that is all I had. All right. Abhishek, are you talking? Then you're on mute. I can't hear you. All right, Amjad, it's just me. Or could you hear Abhishek?
No, we can't hear Abhishek.
How about now?
Yes.
Not used to Zoom, sorry. Yeah, so I'll take a look at the release notes. It's just
Okay.
interesting
Yeah.
to see if what we've done and what you're doing is like
Mhm.
going in similar directions, if you're seeing the same things as us. And I was
Okay.
wondering in general if this project is getting traction, or if it's their users' feedback.
So in the community, I think in the past few weeks we've seen few people like report issues in the sense they were not able to get up a BYH cluster. So I'm assuming people are trying it out. And I also saw one post wherein BYH was used to create a hybrid cluster of sorts, wherein a single workload cluster would have hosts that are backed by BYH and also hosts that are backed by Metal 3. So that was another interesting use case that we saw. I think I will link that over here. It's somewhere in the Kubernetes Slack. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
What about your provider? Like, is it getting any sort of traction in the community?
So, well, our provider is only available through what we call Hypershift, which is our
Okay.
pod-based control plane. So you can bring up control planes as pods on an existing cluster.
Mhm.
And then our provider is used to add workers to it, to those control planes. And
Okay.
it just came out recently as a tech preview. So
Okay.
same with us, people starting to use it, play with it. Nothing like real production,
Mhm.
though like the same technology without the CAPI provider is being used widely in production.
Mhm. Okay.
So the general notion of, bring your own host definitely is something that people find useful. Just the CAPI provider part is still gaining traction by us.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. I'll also link to the article here in a bit. All right.
Okay, great.
That's it then. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.